Hey guys, this is Michael, Dark Tranquillity, and you're watching Search and Destroy. He had a lot of really cool ideas when it came to songwriting and just general ideas in the beginning. I guess then he became more comfortable after a while, so he started writing some stuff, so the song Dream Oblivion, for instance, is mostly his work. So it was really cool to have fresh new blood in the band, and something different, that always helps, it kind of drove us along on and inspired us a lot. So I think mostly that, but I think he will come into his own as a songwriter in the band for the next album for sure. This was a really amazing start of that.
There is a void between our hands, the trail the sound of night, when arrow lays, will learn great darkness, for every sun cut hard.
It's the easiest thing in the world, It's like this is, since we grew up doing this together, the four of us. It quickly became such a, just the most natural thing in the world, because we were kind of 14 when we started the band. Those were kind of formative years and whatever, where we just felt that this is what we wanted to keep doing for the rest of our lives. So it hasn't been hard at all.
Wow, and loneliness, you will resist your feelings rush. Giving luxury with open eyes. Wow, well, this world within a
There are certainly connections, but I feel like we tried hard to make this kind of a different album, as something that would kind of mark a new start for the band. Since we celebrated 20 years last year, we wanted this album to be like the first album of the next 20 years. So it's a darker album. It's a more serious one, and we just treated it very differently. And I think that's for me the main difference. But of course there are similarities, and then kind of themes that keep coming back. But in my mind, it's just it's the darkest and most intense and serious album we've done. I wanted it to kind of reflect the emptiness, and so I toyed around a couple of ideas and did some sketches and sent out to a lot of artists, because Niklas decided that he wanted to focus on the writing this time around, so left me in charge to kind of do that part. And eventually I found this guy in Germany, Stefan, who just had amazing ideas, just simple but really stark and very kind of honest, and it just fitted perfectly. So we worked on it for a long time, but I think it turned out really, really well.
Now it waits for you and me. Shadow our blood.
We really loved his work on Fiction. Just the way of working like that, where we spend with 8-9 weeks, whatever, recording in Martin B's studio, and then we just ship it off to Tua, and he just does his magic, and it turns out amazing. It was just very, very comfortable to us. I'm very proud of that, and I think it feels amazing. It's hard to be objective about it though, because it's just something that we've been doing, and it's hard to kind of take a step back and realize what's going on. But I guess I'm most proud of the fact that we never we never looked outside of the band for advice or for inspiration, whatever. It's just the six of us, and our decision, our music, our passion that goes into the songwriting, nothing else. No one else. There are no outside influences, you know, except for the music we love and all that. But it's not like the record company tells us what to do, or fans tells us what to do, or we feel like, oh, we should perhaps make something more commercial, whatever. It's like, that never comes into our mind. It's just a matter of making the best possible music that the six of us can be 100% satisfied with. It was an awesome scene. I mean, it was a cool sense of community, you know. A lot of bands, you know, and everybody kind of sharing the experience of being unique in a way, because no one was playing death metal around our area. We felt like death metal was still such a new genre, you know, no one knew about it, like in the mainstream whatever, or the media. So we kind of felt cool, you know. We were our little gang of friends who were all in different bands, and we hung out, you know, drank beer together and partied together and did shows together, you know. So it was like a really cool community vibe, and that's what I remember the most.
From an earthly distance, and I challenge the universe. It's the choice between heaven and hell. Oh.
It should be, right? But we haven't even begun talking about, like, thinking about it yet, because now we're gonna be touring for a year for this album, and probably more than that, and then after that we'll, you know, come home, relax a little bit, and start thinking about what the next step should be. But we don't really plan that far ahead. It's definitely one of our most important albums, because it was the one where we felt real for the first time. We felt like we had found our sound. It was the first kind of properly produced album. It was the first that I sang on, obviously, so that makes it very special to me. And it opened up a lot of doors, so it's definitely very special. I feel that we've done better things after that, but of course it always has a very special place. It's really about how we deal with the fact that we're not immortal, as it should be. I mean, I kind of look back on the earlier albums as time capsules, you know, that kind of capture where we were at the time, you know, what we were up to, what we felt like doing, and what was going through our minds at the time. It's hitting it hard, for sure, you know. Kids don't really respect the fact that you spend so much time writing and recording an album, and you pay so much money to do it. But then again, for a lot of bands, I think it's a positive thing, you know, because it spreads the music and it's easier, more accessible to people who have a hard time finding the albums. But it's really tough, you know. And when we speak to the record company, they just go like, I don't know, you know, I don't know what we're gonna do. But hopefully there will be something new that will take its place, and something that means that the artist actually can make some money from releasing records. I'm just really, really happy to be here. This is awesome. We love coming here, and we loved the fact that we have the most devoted fans who come out to our show, so it's a privilege and a pleasure.
What's calling for you were living is denied. I see your movement and take a position. I need a song away.
Search and destroy.